to 24 Willie Mays Plaza, the home of the Giants and Oracle Park. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Athletics. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And pitching in this one for the A's, Garrett Cole. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Gone! He doinks it off the foul pole. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 1-0. Here's Byron Buxton.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
There's a strike. Just getting started here in San Francisco. That one misses, and a full count now. On the ground to the left, Jimenez whips it to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Here's Jose Ramirez. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Riley Green. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Finds the wall and he makes the catch. Back here in San Francisco. And on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Tanner Bybee. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Corbin Carroll, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Here's a 1-1. And that one fouled off. In the air to left center. Kwan sprinting after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Anthony Santander at the plate. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. On the ground. And that eats him up.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Now it's Christian Yelich. And that's outside. Ball 1.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
The 2-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Brent Rooker swings through it for strike one.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
This is Bryson Stott. That one lifted to left. Quan on the move. And that will end the inning. Top of the second, stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Reynolds. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
That's inside.
In the air to left center. Yelich gets under it. Takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Cody Clemens will hit next. And that is out of play. The 0-1.
Ball. That's inside.
Cole, a 6'4" righty, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. Climbed the ladder with that fastball, and the count 1-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Sal Stewart digs in for the Guardians. Out towards right center field. Marsh on the move to the alley. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the A's catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Ball one.
Just missed.
Inside.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
On the ground to third. And quickly one away in the second. Here's Andres Jimenez.
The shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Way inside. Swing, and that ball smashed down the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Luke Keeschel swings through it for strike one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first in time. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. 2 outs and a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton has a beat on it, and that's the third out. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Carter Jensen.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And a good start to the inning.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Next to hit is Ezekiel Tovar. That one is absolutely belted. And that gets down in the corner. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it.
This one in the air, center field. Brings it in. Both runners tagging from second and third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. Now here is Byron Buxton. 0 for 1 so far. That one fouled off. And a foul ball. The 0-2.
Ball one.
One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. And they take a 3-run lead.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that.
Buxton on the run.
Whoa,
Pitch is low. Man,
Save.
throw. Save. Swinging a foul straight back. Man at second. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Riley Green digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That one is absolutely belted. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. A run comes in on the play. Brian Reynolds here. He's 0 for 1. Smoked on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. And they take care of Reynolds for the out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Corbin Carroll. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Foul ball. And he swings through that one. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kwan sprinting after it. Takes it in for the out. Stepping in the long ball threat, Anthony Santander. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Time
We
called
got
back.
time.
The 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one's smoked on its way out of here. A solo shot. And they close the gap. It's 4-1. One down. Christian Yelich up next for the A's. The MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Takes it in for the out. Brent Rooker, the next to hit, struck out swinging his first time. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Now a screamer into the outfield. Buxton sprinting after it. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the A's.
So runner at second, 2 down. Bryson Stott up next for the A's. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. Carrying well. Grabs it right up against the wall. On to the fourth. Stepping up for the Guardians. Cody Clemens.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So up next, Sal Stewart. Flied to right his first time.
Hey! Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for Cleveland, catcher.
2 down, bases empty. Carter Jensen digs in for the Guardians. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Bottom 4. And now here's the A's catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Sends it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Andres Jimenez up next for the A's. Doubled his first time. Into center and a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Luke Keeschel now at the plate. Grounded out his first time. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1. This one in the air. And there's 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Right fielder, Brandon Marsh.
This one in the air, center field. Buxton under it. And the inning is over. Back here at Oracle Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Jimenez over to first. What a play. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Stephen Kwan getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Carroll settles under it. And there's 2 down. So Buxton gets a chance to hit now. Byron Buxton, former 2nd overall pick back in 2012, right after Carlos Correa became the first pick in that draft. Ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Corbin Carroll. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Carroll in his 4th year, 25 years old, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Buxton ranging into the alley. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Here's a big power threat. Anthony Santander cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Here comes the 0-1. Up the middle. Handles, throws to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Yelich stepping into the box now. 1 for 2.
Yelich.
Nope, outside.
That smash towards center. And that is that. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. And there's a foul ball. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Riley Green. Foul ball there. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one carrying. And it is gone. All muscle to center field. And they add on. It's 5-1. 1 down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Reynolds. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Gavin Stone.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Cody Clemens digs in for the Guardians. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. And that's a foul ball. 0-1 now. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Reynolds, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Popped up. Jimenez settles under this one. They take the force out as they pass up the chance at the double play. And here is Sal Stewart. This one in the air right field. And he can't make the play. Clemens around third. Now he stops and he's able to get back into third. So two down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Carter Jensen.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Hey!
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. In the air left field, Yelich moving under it, and that is that. Back here in San Francisco, now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Hey!
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging.
Up next for the A's.
And now Bryson Stott.
No, inside.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Throws to first in time, and two away now. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. He's grounded out a couple of times. Out towards right center field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Back here at Oracle Park, top of inning number 7, Ezequiel Tovar digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Jackknifes out of the way. In the air, right field. Marsh in position. And there's one away.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Kwan jumps out of the way of ball 1. On the ground. And that one finds its way through. And a man aboard.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Buxton in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1. Fought off foul. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count.
Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strahm.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Over to stop for one. And that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Ball, that's low.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. One away.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
This one in the air, center field. That's out number 2. Brandon Marsh up next for the A's.
Right fielder, Brandon Marsh.
Ground ball right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. This is Corbin Carroll. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Buxton under this one. And that is that. Back here in San Francisco, ready to begin the 8th. Riley Green digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Strahm measures 6 feet 2 inches. 34-year-old vet, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. High fly ball down the left field line. Yelich moving back for it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
Reynolds now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
Ball 1.
Hard liner. Marsh takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at some. Looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Brock Stewart. He's into the game with the bases empty. Gonzalez in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. 0-1. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through it. Back here at Oracle Park, bottom of the 8th. Anthony Santander digs in now.
Santander.
Swing and he breaks his bat. Not in time. He's safe.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. That pitch got way in on him, and he couldn't do much with it, but good hustle to get up the line and turn that into an infield single.
That's a ball.
Yelich at the plate now. That's ball one.
Ball two.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Here's a 2-1. That clips the corner. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And he grounds one to the right side, but it kicks foul. On the ground, 2-ball to Tovar. And that is a rally killer. 2 gone in the 8th. Base is empty after the double play. Brent Rooker, the next to hit, 1 for 3.
So impressive how the velo is still there, even this deep into the outing.
Ball.
Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first. No swing, says Freddie Ferguson. Fly ball down the line. Reynolds on the run. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. All set to start the 9th in this one. Stepping up for the Guardians, Sal Stewart. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-1. Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
This one in the air, center field. Carroll under it. And there's one down. Carter Jensen digs in for the Guardians. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Waste no time there. Just kept it simple. Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
In the air to left center. And he makes the grab. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. So in now for Cleveland, Stephen Kwan. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's got a chance. And that one is off the top of the wall. Headed for the plate. Cut off, throw to third. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Bottom 9. Now it's the second baseman, number 5. Hogan Harris on the pitch here.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the A's, Andy Ibanez. Swinging a line drive and a base hit up the middle, and the leadoff man aboard.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So
runner takes off, pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. Man at second. In the dirt. That's smacked on a line to center. One down. Andres Jimenez up next for the A's.
The shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
He's trying for third. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. Missing inside, and the count is 1-1. Pitch gets away. Fires to third, and he gets back in. One away with a runner at third here in the last half of inning number 9. And there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Luke Keeschel up next for the A's. 0 for 3 in this one. And a big swing and a miss.
man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Right side. Valera under it. And that'll do it.